Welcome to February, Westford. We've got an update on the pending Boston Road Fire Station. Governor Baker made an endorsement on an upcoming Westford election. And we're debuting a new segment with Stony Brook Principal Christopher Chu. From Nabnasset to Parker Village, it's time for WestfordCAT News. We begin at Neshoba Tech, where a decision has been made on a new superintendent. Current Neshoba Tech principal Denise Pigeon was named as the school's new superintendent on February 1st, after a contentious discussion over Leo DeSimone's decision not to take the job. DeSimone, currently of Somerville High School, had been chosen for the position in mid-January, pending contractual negotiations. However, he backed out of the job on January 23rd, citing only ethical and professional obligations to the city of Somerville. The timing of DeSimone's decision also caught several members off guard, as it occurred less than 48 hours before a regularly scheduled school committee meeting. That just didn't allow enough time for the agenda to be amended under the open meeting laws, so another meeting was announced to reinvestigate potential superintendent candidates. Several members of the committee who missed that meeting did not learn of DeSimone's decision until reading it in the Lowell Sun during the last week of January. In an especially scheduled meeting on February 1st, several members who missed the previous week's meeting voted to move the meeting into executive session to further discuss why DeSimone might have backed out. That motion failed in a 9-5 vote. After discussion over DeSimone ended, the committee voted 13-1 to support Pigeon for the position. The lone dissenting vote came from Chelmsford's Maria Carafellis. Pigeon has worked at Neshoba Tech since the 2005-2006 school year and was very happy to hear the news.
I am very proud to have been chosen as the next candidate for superintendent here at Neshoba Valley Technical High School. I've always enjoyed working at Neshoba Tech, and the best part is I'm still here. I'm very excited to continue to work with the wonderful staff and the students and our school community.
Pigeon will replace outgoing superintendent Judith Klimkowitz, who led the school district for 20 years before recently announcing her retirement. Staying at Neshoba Tech, the school recently christened the new part of their school that might just get some local tails wagging. Here's Patty Stocker with more.
On February 2nd, Neshoba Tech celebrated the opening of their new veterinary clinic, which will be run jointly with the MSPCA Angel Animal Medical Center. The facility provides Neshoba Tech students a chance to learn veterinary skills with veterinarians and veterinarian technicians, including MSPCA Angel staff members. In addition, the clinic will also be open to serve members of the community, which Neshoba Tech School Committee Chairwoman Jennifer Rhodes sees as part of the school's mission.
I think our expectations are we're going to have a lot of students who are going to go through this program. I think also what's important about a lot of our programs, but this program too, is that it will service our community members, lower income community members. Angel does service lower income people and their pets, and we think it's very important to service our communities. And all of our programs, we do community service projects, but this is a program that people will be able to come in and we'll be able to work with the community.
So far, just over a dozen Neshoba Tech students have signed up for the veterinary assistant program, and the new clinic will be taking the place of the now defunct upholstery program's facility. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stocker.
Neshoba Tech also offers other student-run community services, such as a restaurant, a hair salon, and more. To learn about their programs, head to neshobatech.net. The Permanent Town Building Committee held a joint working session with the Board of Selectmen during the first week of February. Working sessions between the two groups are nothing new, but this one took on some greater urgency as the town seeks solutions for the proposed Boston Road Fire Station. Approved by town meeting voters in 2015, it was revealed in January that the proposed station's cost estimates had soared $4 million over the $12.7 million appropriation. New draft plans were discussed as all sides appear to agree on cost-saving measures such as limiting masonry exteriors and removing sloped roofs from the building. Hallways in the new draft plan are also smaller to help reduce the building's footprint. However, there is no consensus on the station's proposed training room, where the town's fire prevention offices will go, or how many vehicle bays will be in the facility. The Board of Selectmen advised the Permanent Town Building Committee to present a plan showing what a $13 million fire station would look like and request an independent cost analysis on a 25,300 square foot station. Those items are expected to be discussed at the Board of Selectmen's meeting on February 23rd. Next fall marks the beginning of public full-day kindergarten in Westford, and the Westford School Committee heard an update on the matter at their February 1st meeting. Superintendent Bill Olson and his team provided details on how the cost-neutral program will be rolled out, with details on enrollment, curriculum, and finances. The Robinson, Nabnasset, and Miller schools will each have one full-day kindergarten session, with the Miller School also holding 2 integrated full-day programs as well. There were some concerns from school committee member Erica Cole surrounding overburdening kindergarten children, which elicited a response from Assistant Superintendent Carrie Clary.
I would be remiss if I didn't just clarify for the public that the additional academic time is not sitting and listening. Rarely do you see any student in the kindergarten classroom sitting and listening. If you were to ask a student based on the best practices, they would probably say that they were playing. And there's interaction, there's movement, there's room for socialization within the 1 hour math block, the 70 minutes of ELA, and the students are constantly moving and doing activities that they view it as play, because that's good teaching. We would not be sitting before you to ask students to sit and listen for a 60-minute math block. It doesn't exist now, it won't exist then, and the professionals that you have in this district would not be advocating for that type of experience for students.
The school committee voted 6-1 to accept the superintendent's rollout plan, with Cole voting in opposition. A lottery will be held for the programs in March, with information nights occurring in May. However, an additional open house is expected to be scheduled prior to the lottery. Fees in the first year for the program will be $4,200, with reduced cost for lower income families. Later in the February 1st school committee meeting, Superintendent Bill Olson provided a plan on how the school committee can cut just over $150,000 to meet the budget expectations of town manager Jody Ross. Just over $60,000 came thanks to a retiring elementary school art teacher. That position won't be replaced. No other positions were removed, although substitute teacher funding for the curriculum task team was reduced, as full-time teachers will now cover that program after school. Neshoba Valley Ski Area opened just before New Year's Eve, and they've kept on going no matter the weather. WestfordCAT stopped by during the last week of January to find out the secret to their snowmaking magic. Here's Neshoba Valley Ski Area's Pam Fletcher with news on that and much more in our latest Neshoba Valley Ski Area update.
Hi, I'm Pam Fletcher for WestfordCAT, and we're at sunny Neshoba Valley Ski Area. There's amazing snow coverage here right now at Neshoba. There's depths of up to 30 inches in some location on the skiable trails and in the terrain park. So one of the things, though, that's been difficult for us this year is that we've had a challenge with the early season temperatures. They've been unseasonably warm. So without the help of our amazing snowmaking teams, we would really have a tough time having this type of snow cover that we do have here today. And it's wonderful snow. They've done a great job getting it out there. We have an amazing system. We have over 125 pieces, meaning guns and different types of fans to get the snow out on the slopes. When they're running at full capacity at the optimal temperature, they can run between 2,400 and 3,000 gallons of water a minute. That's quite a bit of power. Now, when you consider we're only 240 vertical feet, that's not a lot of surface area to cover. So Neshoba's actually able to open slopes quicker and cover with more consistent snow conditions than a lot of slopes up north. So just because you don't see snow outside your own backyard doesn't mean that there's not plenty of coverage at Neshoba Valley. It's been great because our seasonal programs, we have multi-week lesson programs that are in full operation. We have 20 features now in the terrain park, and we've been able to hold some of our events. We had the Sundance City Rail Jam recently, and we have some slope-style competitions coming up, as well as a big air event at the end of February. So there's a lot of stuff going on at Neshoba, and I think probably the biggest challenge that any ski area has faced in this type of a season, an El Nino season in New England, is these unseasonable temperatures. We're excited right now. We've got great snow coverage. If you haven't had a chance to get out and explore the mountain, all 17 trails are open. When once again we have 20 terrain park features, so there's a lot of fun to be had. And then if you don't have any skills for snowboarding or skiing, there's always the snow tubing park, which has 18 lanes. So to have 100% coverage at Neshoba, I think we're feeling pretty good right now. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go out and hit the slopes.
In our last program, Westford's Dennis Galvin gave his pitch for the first Middlesex GOP state committeeman's seat. Apparently, it wasn't enough for the governor. Our governor, Charlie Baker, recently endorsed Lowell's Jordan Guise in the race. Guise has worked for Baker's election campaign, and he was also a candidate for city council in Lowell and is a member of Lowell's opioid task force. Voters head to the polls on March 3rd. The Westford Council on Aging announced that it will be participating in the Registry of Motor Vehicles RMV Near Me program. In that program, local senior center employees have been trained to aid senior citizens with conducting RMV activities online, such as renewing driver's licenses and vehicle registrations. Westford, along with 59 other communities in Massachusetts, is participating in the program. More information on the RMV's online services are available at massrmv.com. We've seen some snow so far this winter, but will we see any more in the near future? Probably. Westford Academy's Joe Seppi has the answer. Take it away, Joe.
Hello, Westford. This is Joe Seppi with the weather forecast for this weekend and for the third week of February. Get ready for more seasonable temperatures this week and possibly a little snow. Here's what's coming up. On Monday, there's going to be a high of 29 degrees and a low of 21. Not as cold. On Tuesday, there's going to be a high of 38 degrees and a low of 14 degrees. Snow or flurries possible. On Wednesday, there's going to be a high of 40 degrees and a low of 23. There's going to be a chance of a shower or two. On Thursday, there's going to be a high of 39 degrees and a low of 12 degrees. A chance for some snow and ice. On Friday, there will be a high of 35 degrees and a low of 12 degrees. That is the Westford weather. Have a great week, everyone.
And remember, you can catch Joe every week on WestfordCatNews.org. Here's Westford School Department Superintendent Bill Olson for another school department update. Take it away, Bill.
Hi, this is Superintendent of Schools Bill Olson with another Westford Public Schools update. We just presented a report to the school committee on the implementation of one full-day kindergarten class in each of our three grade K through 2 schools at the Nabnasset, the Robinson, and the Miller schools for next year. We are in the process of putting together a document of frequently asked questions. We will also be scheduling a date and a time and location for a parent information night because we want everyone to have as much information as possible and know exactly the process of registering for a child and signing up for a full-day kindergarten class and how the lottery will work if we have a number of registrants that are in excess of the number of openings we anticipate having. We anticipate having about 20 students in each of the full-day classes in the 3 schools. So there'll be one class, full day of kindergarten in the Nabnasset, the Miller, and the Robinson school. I want to let you know that we do in fact certainly have a crisis management document. We have a flip chart that I want to thank Bob Ware and other members of the safety committee for helping to put this together. For a number of different crises, we have instructions on the who, what, when, where, and why, and how to do it. We also have instructions that we cleared through the highway department, and hopefully this never occurs in any school system across the country. We have plans for dealing with chemical, biological, and radiological issues where that has to be given important consideration because in thinking those issues through, some of those gases are actually heavier than air. And so the inclination of people is to go to the lowest level of a building. In some cases, in a chemical, biological, or radiological event, children and staff go to the uppermost area of a building. So it's important that we think everything through. And 30, 40 years ago, This was never even a consideration in education, but it is now. And we're prepared, although you'd like to think you're totally prepared for every situation, but you never know. But it's not for lack of trying in this school system, and we'll do everything possible to continue to maintain the safety of our staff and our students. I thank you for watching and look forward to seeing you next time.
And now debuting on our program, here's Stony Brook School Principal Christopher Chu with news from the Stony Brook School.
Hello, I'm Christopher Chu, the principal at Stony Brook School. I'd like to give you an update on some of the things that's been happening here recently. As we all know, Puxatawny Phil told us that spring was going to be coming earlier, so we're very happy for that, but we still have a few weeks of winter left, so I want everyone to be safe and stay healthy as we get ready for the February break coming up in a couple of weeks, which is a good opportunity for everybody to get that rest and relaxation that they need. Recently, we shared that both of our middle schools were rated very highly in the School Digger report, which came out, which was excellent. The Blanchard Middle School was ranked the 2nd in the state. Stony Brook was ranked 5th in the state. So the two middle schools in our district were in the top 5 in the state as far as the school rankings were concerned, which includes a lot of the state assessments and other pieces of information in reviewing that. So it's something that we're very proud of. Recently we had one of the teams from Stony Brook placed first in a Rubik's Cube competition, the New England Regional Rubik's Challenge, which was something that was new for us to participate in this year, and our students came in first, which was a wonderful achievement. It was something that they really enjoyed preparing for, which I thought was a unique thing for them to do this weekend, which was great. Recently we had some concerns with eating on the buses, so we would like to remind everybody, for students who are traveling on the buses, that they really shouldn't be eating snacks on the buses. We do have students who have life-threatening food allergies, and if someone brings food on the buses from home with certain ingredients in it, it could really compromise something for another student who might be sitting on that bus on another ride, whether it's one of the elementary rides or whether it's a different student sitting in the seat from middle school. So please be mindful of that, just that we're doing our best to make sure that all of the areas are as safe as possible for everybody. Another thing that I'd like to congratulate people on recently is we were told that 27 students from the middle schools, from both Blanchard and Stony Brook, were accepted into the Eastern Junior District this year. So we had students who auditioned in orchestra, we had students who auditioned in band and chorus, and 27 students from the middle schools were accepted. Nearly 1,000 students auditioned for the Eastern Districts. I believe they said 472 were accepted into it, and 27 of them are from Westford. So we're very proud of them. We'd like to congratulate those students, as well as Miss Audison and Miss Garino and Miss Watson and Miss Brenschneider from both of the schools. And on top of that, we just want to make sure that everybody does continue to stay focused and healthy as we get ready for February. Next week, I know there's some celebrations. The PTO does a wonderful event where they're going to be supporting the teachers in both middle schools by having a lot of chocolates and goodies and different types of things they call it Sweets for Teachers, which I think is a wonderful thing that they do to support our teachers, and we thank them for that, and I know we're looking forward to that. And I look forward to talking with you again.
Rekha Sharma knows all the health secrets of everyday foods, and in her latest update, she has a skinny on a vegetable that some might best associate with Thanksgiving. Even if this isn't a Turkey Day dish for you, Rekha still has some things you might not know. Here she is.
Hello everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Today I'm going to talk about sweet potatoes. It is a rich source of carbohydrate, proteins, vitamin A, C, beta-carotenes, fiber, and potassium. It is also low in glycemic index and may reduce episodes of low blood sugar and insulin resistance in people with diabetes. Because of the presence of vitamin C and beta-carotenes, they are naturally anti-cancerous and immunity booster. The presence of choline helps them to be a natural anti-inflammatory and improves eye health, and also reduces macular degeneration, because of the presence of vitamin A and beta-carotenes. People on beta blocker medication or kidney disease should avoid sweet potatoes, but others can add in their diet to get the benefits. Bye for now.
Whether you've got kids looking for things to do in their upcoming days off or you're just plain bored, here's our own Sarah Fletcher with a few things to put on your calendar over the next few weeks.
Rudyard Kipling wrote countless classic novels, and performance artist Jackson Gilman will try to bring the storied author to life in an upcoming presentation at the J.V. Fletcher Library. The event takes place on Thursday, February 25th at 7 p.m., and it's free thanks to the Friends of the J.V. Fletcher Library. But that's not all. On Thursday, February 18th at 11 a.m., bring your kids to get Jedi training with Jungle Jim. This program is for children ages 5 and up. The tickets cost just $2, and you can purchase them by calling the library at 978-692-5555 or by visiting the children's desk at the library. It might be too cold outside for gardening, but it's never too cold for planning. And with spring right around the corner, we're all planning of a return to locally grown farm fresh foods. And to help with that plan, the Weston A. Price Foundation is hosting an event where local residents can meet with professional and amateur farmers, gardeners, and nutrition experts to learn about agriculture and the value of nourishing foods. The event is called Meet Your Local Farmers and Foodies, and it is being held at the library on February 27th at 1 p.m. Westford's own Grammy-nominated Sonny Crownover is back with another blues and jazz concert. She's joined with Duke Robillard at the Parish Center for the Arts on March 5th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $20. Westford's Business Association is holding a business networking event on Tuesday, February 23rd at Creation Station from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. They're located on One Park Drive, Unit 9, and everyone's welcome. And save the date for Westford Business Association's Town Managers Meeting at Juniper Networks, 10 Technology Park Drive. The town managers of Westford, Groton, and Tingsboro will be featured at this business meeting on Wednesday, March 23rd from 8 a.m. to 9:30. To learn more about business events and membership in the WBA, send an email to westfordbusinessassociation@gmail.com. That's all for now. Thanks, Ira.
Thank you for joining us. We leave you with scenes from the St. Mark's Chocolate Festival. For WestfordCAT News, I'm Ira Keltz. See you next time.